Vechain value equivalent to 0.70534 rands a coin. The present cost range for 7,350 on 17,741. The earlier day closed on 7,470. The change was plus in 64, plus 86%. Opposite rate, ZAR to VET. Vechain cost expectation for August 2024. First and foremost cost at 0.73 rands. Exorbitant cost 0.73, while low costs are 57. They found the middle value of costs 66. Vechain cost estimate toward the month's end 0.61. Change for August 16.4%. Vechain estimate for September 2024. First and foremost cost at 0.61 rands. Exorbitant cost 0.76, while low costs at 61. They found the middle value of cost 0.67. Vechain cost figure toward the month's end 0.71. Change for September 16.4%. Vechain cost expectation for October 2024. Before all else cost at 0.71 rands. Excessive cost to 87, while low cost on 71. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 78. Vechain cost figure toward the month's ends on 81. Change for October 14.1%. Vechain figure for November 2024. Before all else cost at 0.81 rands. Excessive costs 93, while low costs 81. They arrived at the midpoint of costs 86. Vechain cost conjecture toward the month's ends 87. Change for November 7.4%. Vechain cost expectation for December 2024. At the outset cost at 87 rands. Excessive cost 103, while low costs 87. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 93. Vechain cost conjecture toward the month's end 96. Change for December 10.3%. Vechain conjecture for January 2025. At the outset cost at 96 rands. Excessive cost 96, while low costs 80. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 90. Vechain cost figure toward the month's ends 86. Change for January 10.4%. Vechain cost expectation for February 2025. Initially cost at 0.86 rands. Excessive costs 86, while low costs on 72. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 80. Vechain cost figure toward the month's end 77. Change for February 10.5%. Vechain figure for Walk 2025. Initially cost at 0.77 rands. Excessive costs are 77, while low cost 0.66. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 73. Vechain cost figure toward the month's end 0.71. Change for spring 7.8%. Vechain cost expectation for April 2025. To start with cost at 0.71 rands. Exorbitant cost 0.75, while low cost 0.65. They found the middle value of cost 0.70. Vechain cost gauge toward the month's end 0.70. Change for April 1.4%. Vechain gauge for May 2025. Before all else cost at 0.70 rands. Excessive cost 0.73, while low cost 0.63. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 0.69. Vechain cost figure toward the month's ends 0.68. Change for May 2.9%. Vechain cost expectation for June 2025. At the outset cost at 0.68 rands. Excessive cost 0.74, while low cost 0.64. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 0.69. Vechain cost conjecture toward the month's ends at 69. Change for June 1.5%. Vechain conjecture for July 2025. At the outset cost at 0.69 rands. Excessive costs 86, while low cost 0.69. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 0.76. Vechain cost conjecture toward the month's ends 80. Change for July 15.9%. Vechain cost expectation for August 2025. At the outset cost at 80 rands. Excessive cost 1,000, while low costs 80. They arrived at the midpoint of costs 88. Vechain cost figure toward the month's end 93. Change for August 16.3%. Vechain figure for September 2025. Initially cost at 93 rands. Excessive cost 101, while low costs 87. They arrived at the midpoint of costs 94. Vechain cost figure toward the month's end 94. Change for September 1.1%. Vechain cost expectation for October 2025. Initially cost at 94 rands. Excessive cost 103, while low costs 89. They arrived at the midpoint of cost 96. Vechain cost figure toward the month's end 0.96. Change for October 1%. Vechain figure for November 2025. Before all else cost at 0.96 rands. Excessive cost 108, while low cost 0.94. Be arrived at the midpoint of cost 1,000. Vechain cost figure toward the month's end 101. Change for November 2%. Vechain cost expectation for December 2025. Before all else cost at 101 rands. Excessive cost 109, while low cost 0.95. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 102. Vechain cost figure toward the month's end 102. Change for December 10%. Vechain gauge for January 2026. To start with cost at 102 rands. Exorbitant cost 102, while low costs 87. The found the middle value of cost to 96. Vechain cost gauge toward the month's ends on 94. Change for January 7.8%. Vechain cost expectation for February 2026. In the first place, cost at 94 rands. Exorbitant cost 117, while low costs 94. The found the middle value of cost 104. Vechain cost gauge toward the month's end 109. Change for February 16%. Vechain gauge for Walk 2026. In the first place, cost at 109 rands. Exorbitant cost 119, while low cost 103. The found the middle value of cost 111. Vechain cost estimate toward the month's end 111. Change for spring 18%. Vechain cost expectation for April 2026. First and foremost, cost at 111 rands. Exorbitant cost 121, while low cost 105. The found the middle value of cost 113. Vechain cost estimate toward the month's end 113. Change for April 18%. Vechain estimate for May 2026. At the outset, cost at 113 rands. Excessive cost 123, while low cost 107. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 115. Vechain cost figure toward the month's end 115. Change for May 18%. Vechain cost expectation for June 2026. At the outset, cost at 115 rands. Excessive cost 142, while low cost 115. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 126. Vechain cost conjecture toward the month's end 133. Change for June 7%. Vechain conjecture for July 2026. At the outset, cost at 133 rands. Excessive cost 140, while low cost 122. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 132. Vechain cost conjecture toward the month's end 131. Change for July 15%. Vechain cost expectation for August 2026. Before all else, cost at 131 rands. Excessive cost 142, while low cost 124. The arrived at the midpoint of cost 133. Vechain cost figure toward the month's end 133. Change for August 15%. Vechain figure for September 2026.